Hey there, welcome back. So, they released a major update since last night and today. Um, I tried looking through the notes. I don't see anything that directly impacts us. I guess they changed the way some recruitment of characters occurs in Act 2, which we're not in Act 2 yet, so I think we got lucky and we just avoided the primary thing that they're fixing. Um, this is a really nice feature. Apparently, I missed a loot somewhere, so they're letting me collect something. And of course, our Shadow Dancer has broken ribs.
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. Glato, heal. Proctor Exactant Solomon Anthar of the Adeptus Arbates. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Rykadamanoris.
His being a member of the Adeptus Arbites, I presume. One might say such a tone is an attribute of their occupation, your lordship. Proctor, before you stands rogue trader Von Valancius, the Emperor's anointed and bearer of the sacred warrant. As for his lordship's business on this planet, I'm afraid you do not have the authority to demand an answer. I would ask that you treat the Lord Captain with the same respect that you gave Lady Theodora. The late Lady Theodora.
So, Theodora von Valancius is dead. I will deliver this tragic news to Marshal Strax. I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Arbates. I won't keep you any longer.
Yeah, so let's see what the nature is.
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial Tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control. Removing obstructions to an official inquiry. My unit and I came here to investigate the disappearance of one particularly valuable ship, but the mutinous scum got in the way. Now we are having to deal with them too. Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard. It's about a tithe ship. A vessel loaded to the brim with planetary tithes, amassed over a considerable period, suddenly went dark as soon as it departed Rykadamanoris. Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up. Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels. Now is not the best time for conversations. with target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments. I must refuse. Our mission and the Marshal's orders take priority, even over a request from an individual as empowered as you. Not every uprising demands action by the Adeptus Arbates. For now, I am simply assessing the situation, and if our investigation requires that the rebellion be crushed, then we will intervene. Still, the governor had best put a stop to this bedlam. He is not here to just sit and look pretty. That skirmish just now, Glato didn't even get to show off a tenth of what he is capable of. But he is quickly catching up with me for who's killed the most heretics today. Every citizen of this planet is a suspect, but Governor Medina is under particular scrutiny.
A true arbiter would say that.
Seizing the sacred tithe requires access to information, resources, and power. The governor fits that profile.
And the governor is as shady as all get out. So he is 100%
Then
spot
there's
on.
this rebellion. Convenient. How many records and crucial witnesses do you think will be lost? Resources
Excuse
that
me.
every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Rycat Minoris, they include the ceramite and explosive reagents produced on Rykadi Philia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen. A living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. May the Emperor watch over us.
Alright, so that's part of the Lex Imperialis expansion. Excuse me, I'm sneezing like mad. So I'm an arbiter myself, and so is he. So, he is going to be a recruitable character, and in some ways, my character is redundant with his. We're almost identical in terms of like what we do. So
The Arbitrator's arrival was certainly a welcome sight.
So we're probably
Hopefully
not
they
gonna
will help to put things back in order around here.
probably not gonna be
What's happening, old man?
having him in
All
our
they
party
care
for
about
very
is
long.
the tithe. Even if the Coronis expanse turned upside down, they wouldn't bat an eye.
So here you hear them bickering back and forth about how the arbiters won't help us. Oh, excuse me. Let me pause for a second. I gotta go get a drink. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Hopefully the sneezing is over. Alright, let's open up the map here. So as you can see, there's already some loot there. We are facing... If I understand this, we're facing that way right now. So if we turn around, that's the way we just came in. So yeah, these are the stairs going to the right, these are the stairs going to the left, and if we go down the stairs to the left, there's loot right there. So for lack of a better direction to go, we're gonna go left.
I
Let's do
always
it.
keep my options open.
There are battles everywhere to be had here.
What do we have here?
Alright, so we got...
Watch out. I see what others do not. Just as he ordained,
Man, lots of traps. That's a lot of traps.
the Vizier.
I
would he
do
be
think they get
proud?
experience points every time.
Am I do what
Yeah,
I must.
look. 28. 5.
Just as he ordained.
A lot of this reminds me of Fallout. Like, even the way
The
some of the
Vizier.
sounds work, some of the
Would he be
graphics.
proud? Am I? Just as I was
I
told.
mean, I've played Fallout 1 and 2, and those graphics are horrible compared to this, but it still reminds me of it. A lot of great cargo. Soldier is toast.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So as you're hearing, the Arbiter
Attention to
doesn't,
detail is the
doesn't
key to
trust the...
success.
Just depends on fellowship instead of intelligence and gains a +3 bonus. This is a weird one. Because it's a helmet thing. So, like, is your Imperium lore that important that you're going to use a helmet slot for it? Like, it would be better if it was one of these slots. I just don't know who I'd give it to. For intelligence, the navigator would be the best one, which we don't have her in our party right now. I mean, it could be him, right? So right now his Imperium lore is 30. Why would it be -2? Maybe let's exit and then there we go. Now it's 55. Or no. Like why -2? Like what's causing? Well, his fellowship's only 25. That's why. I thought it was supposed to be using intelligence in. Well, hold on. Depends on fellowship. Oh, fellowship instead of. Oh my goodness, I'm such a goober. So yeah, it would be somebody like him that would benefit. I mean, he does have a good Imperium lore. I mean, her fellowship stinks. Yeah, the Navigator is the one, because Navigator's going to have really high fellowship. Anyways, we're just going to let that sit in our... And you do need to, like, always walk to the nooks and crannies, because just like this... Oh, he spotted a trap. This is a battle, of course. And you can see there's some cargo stuff over there. But obviously, if you walk into the nook and cranny, you might discover a purple item.
Always keep
And I'm
your
just
eye
going to
on
go
the
straight
prize.
across. We're not going to go deal with those guys yet. Let's try to get our bearings here. Discover anything that there is to discover. Oh, we have a hatch.
Operation successful.
Holy crap, we need to go to the lower level. I don't know what's down here. Let me just get my bearings. If this is another area we have to... That's what I'm saying, like this planet takes forever to resolve. There's a lot of... Yeah, see, we've already done all this. This is where the cultists were. And then we did this stupid puzzle. I had to cheat to figure out how to do it. And there's the sewers where we just killed Tiench. So apparently this exit takes us here instead of there. Boy, it's taking forever to load. Okay, so that took us... That's interesting. So it took us one more map over compared to the last one. Yeah, that is right, because I was coming up these stairs last time when I ran into the Arbiter. That's all good. Oh, good. So now we got one way to go, and it's this way. So here you can see there's a lot of people. Oh, that's right. There is a way to peacefully resolve this one. Let's see if we can do it. So we're too late. Man, it makes me want to come and do this planet first just to see what changes. Boy, everybody's got something to say here. Okay, so there's an iconoclast. We'll probably get some points, which I don't mind, because that's the path we're taking. You've been torturing your own family in order to save them. That's a logic thing. The real Jeff in real life would probably be talking this way. So I like both of these. It's just, do I want to get some free iconoclast points? I think I should. I just don't know if it's going to work with this guy. I can't remember what options I chose. Because I do like both of these, and I very likely could have picked either one last time. I tend to favor, like, if there was some kind of check and you pass the check, then those usually have better outcomes than just simply are you iconoclast or not. But let's try this one. So, I chose this one last time, for sure. But this is a nice chance to get some points. Like, I don't mind getting points in all the other ones. Well, the heretical one, I'm not as... But you actually get bonuses as you level up in some of these. So... I mean, he is a jerk. But he's also a remorseful one. Alright, we'll let him go. Alright, so we peacefully resolved that nonsense, and look, we leveled up. But before we finish our level up, let's
Just
do this.
your day.
I always have a
The
backup
whispers
plan.
told me a
Oh.
secret. The web serves. The shadows reveal their
Oh, look at that. We ended up finding a purple item. Ah. We gotta go down these new stairs up here to get to those. Let's not do that, because that could lead to a battle. Let's finish our level ups here. Yeah, let's do that now.
I know how to take risks.
We're getting close. Alright, so we leveled up Fellowship multiple times. We're maxed out there. We could take any of these. And I think, willpower, of course, just helps us to resist things. The ballistic skill, I think, is what we've been taking, because we have the shotgun, blah, blah, blah. This gives us hit points. That really doesn't help us much, because it's melee attacks and critical hit. I don't need my shotgun to have critical hit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the willpower, because, as you've seen, we've had several fights with, like, Siench and other demons, and they're pretty tough. And they have these, like, wild abilities, and they have packed everybody around them. And the last thing you want to do is fall victim to them. Fighting a bunch of rebels who just shoot at you is different. So, up until now, our willpower has not been... I keep forgetting. I have the skill... This one. I can pass willpower resistance tests using Fellowship instead. That is the trick, folks. I don't need willpower. That's why. Okay. Man, oh man. My memory. Alright, let's take ballistic skill. And here we go. We get to take another one of these, and you can see we've got a lot of them. We can take more ballistic skill, become a grenadier. Not sure how much of a fan I am. We can beef up our already high skills. Or we can take one of these. That's not horrible. This one also not horrible, as long as I don't take wounds. I'm basically immune to everything. Probably the least interesting of all of them so far. So I'm taking one of these three, one of these, or I'm reviewing the whole list to see if there's something I missed. Alright. I wish it was easy to see his stats. So, Arbiters do have shields, so we could take the shield mastery. I don't have any shields yet, but I can like maybe give him one. Because our shotgun only takes one hand now. You know, I'm sort of leaning towards that. Because we took the shotgun mastery. I'm gonna do it. I've never used a shield before, so I don't know if this is a smart decision or not, but let's try it. And getting back to this, I was looking to see what his awareness was. Yeah, it's really poor. So yeah, when we look at his inventory, he has a free spot. We can put a shield there once we find one. Okay, let's move to the next one. See, these are maxed out, which is good, right? Because now we can get maybe something else, so strength will help him to do extra damage. I'm going to come over here real quick. So his strength is currently 40. And yeah, I don't know if there's a way to see what kind of damage he can do. That's alright. That's alright. Let's go back here. We're going to give him 5 strength. That'll get him to 45. Let him do more damage with his stuff. And then, yeah, this guy has a whole bunch of stuff we wouldn't mind taking. We can increase his strength again. We can increase his weapon skill. There's a lot of things we like. I thought for sure I had already picked what his 3 were going to be. I remember doing this last video, and no, I don't remember. I do think actually I did want this, because we took toughness there. We can take strength here, and then we can take strength again if we wanted. I mean, I don't... The -1 AP is nice, and he is the only one of his archetype. That is true. We don't need this, because we're using chain weapons. The +2 movement points could be nice, because we do struggle with him getting to the enemy. I just sort of feel like if I give him more strength, he'll just do more damage, which we need that as well. The toughness gives him more hit points, so it's like a, you know, which one do you take? And this one is more about critical strike, which is less important for him. We just want him to do damage. And then these other ones, you know, are not as... they're second tier. So I'm going to go ahead and give him another strength boost. So 2 strength boosts puts him up to 50. And that'll help him... It also helps his athletic skill go up, which he is our athletic expert. Yeah, that was the right call. Let's do that. I'm very happy with that. So now we got our soldier. Now this is where it gets interesting, because we're really running low on stuff to beef up. I mean, the Medicae isn't horrible to beef up. She's only at 35 right now. She can use med packs. But is that really the best use of her? I mean, we also have her doing Imperium lore for us. She's only at 55. So we could boost that up for her. Alright, let's just take a real quick look. That's another one we could try. I remember last time I came and took this one. Yeah, now we're down to all the generic ones. Her awareness is 45. What do we got going on for the awareness? So we could give her 7 more awareness. This is just me thinking, what if we lose her? I like having psychers in my party. They're sort of like having a mage. I don't like the fact that she's unsanctioned, so she like gets things so much later than everybody else. We could try to increase her awareness. You can notice traps, hidden objects, passages, unusual elements. Like, it doesn't like help her to shoot better. That's my only issue. I mean, we could give her a +7. I mean, that's no different than giving her a +7 to this. I mean, this is a skill that, so far, all it does is just give you extra lore for conversations and whatnot. I mean, on the same token, we can give her extra hit points. Yeah, this whole awareness dilemma. We'll do it. She's definitely our Imperium lore person. Oh, look at that. I can get the awareness that I wanted. Right here. Sweet. We got what we wanted. We gave ourselves extra lore down here and +10 awareness there. So that put her at a 55. So if I would have given her the 7 awareness, that would actually put her to 62. Which is really good. And that opens the door to dropping her. She's around 80, mind you. But, yeah, 85, in fact. So if I can get... So this one is my best shot at being able to drop her, and so we can compensate for the fact that she's our awareness person. The problem is she's also, like, if we click on this with the lore, right, we're at 62, but look at that, Jeff is at 55. Let's do awareness. So now we're at 62 for the awareness, which much closer. Then the Imperium lore, we got 2 of them at 55. Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with that. So a double awareness bump for her. Alright, now we got this operative. We can get his perception up, which actually increases his awareness. So maybe I'm being really dumb about this, because maybe he's the awareness person. I may have just made a big mistake. I can get his ballistic skill up, because, you know, we want him to be our plasma rifle guy. Perception helps with that, though, as well. Well, let's see. That would get him to 50. He would be the second best in the game. Or we can do this. Get him to 61. Which is as good as Argenta. Which is the better call here? I'll give the perception. Perception helps him with the analysis stuff too. Alright, so we can give him extra damage with a weapon that he still hasn't found. Or we can boost other things, like his ballistic skill, right? Or make him an expert on the weapon that he's never found. Or we can boost his perception, right? Even more. I actually think, though, if we're going to go all in, which we have, let's take the plasma weapon expert, even though he doesn't have one. Alright, hit points or damage. She does have a -5. Like, her strength is really low. Yeah, we'll give her +5 strength. And it's either all the blood stuff or something else. And you know me, I've been actually leaning towards something else because I don't like the blood stuff that much. So is there anything in here that she would benefit from? She would benefit from strength, for example. As far as the skills go, we do have her as our demolitions person, but I'm gonna give her 5 more strength. So she does a bit more damage. Ah, she's got a -20 because of her broken ribs. That's temporary, so that's good though. We can fix that. Alright, and then last but not least, the Psyker, who I keep trying to eliminate from the party. But I do like her. I think willpower is the way to go. And then, yeah, we got a lot of choices here. Let's go. That one is not horrible. You can just straight up get 5 more willpower. So this one, everybody in the party gets plus 15% critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. So that means everybody in the party, once they do a critical hit, it goes away. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, 5 people getting a chance to critically hit someone. That's why I have it tagged. It seems to me like it could be pretty nice. Doing, like, plus 5 willpower, sometimes, like, I don't appreciate, like, what's that actually doing for me? But I'm going to do it because, I mean, she's our psyker person. She should have the highest willpower. But she does. She's up to 70 here. You can see she even gets more because she's a psyker. She gets more from her staff. So willpower is important for someone like her. Alright, let's go.
Keep your wits about you.
And like I said, you could always go to that guy on your bridge. And I think you have to pay something, like a profit point. But you do get to respec. And respecking is I mean, it's not free, but it was a low cost. And you get to start over. The only thing that you don't get to control is like these NPCs here, your companions. When you get them, some choices are already made for you. They're still already made, even if you try to respec them. You can't like take them all the way to level 1. They force you to accept whatever the stuff was until level 4 or whatever. Yeah, so you can't like fix those things, but you can respec everything else. So like, for example, I made her go all in on awareness when I just realized that he's going all in on awareness. So like, do I need 2 awareness people? No. So I could maybe fix some of her focuses away from awareness. Those are some of the things we can consider doing.
Is there money to be made?
So we were here. This is the where the cultists were. It's just it's all blocked off, so we're now on the other end. Okay, so we got all that explored. Just making sure. Alright, so we're just
rise to the top or get
weaving
left in
left
the
and
dust.
right. Going up and down the stairs. I'm going to save this since we just leveled up. %, and this is 31 times 2%. Command center. I believe that is where we're going. That's where the governor is.
Always
go back
keep
up
your
and-
eye on the prize.
Just finish exploring here. Yeah, there's actually nowhere else to go. I thought there was more to do. Okay, there's no more battles. We're gonna finish this up and even be able to go back to our ship for a bit. There's a lot of dialogue,
They're
though.
scrabbling around, digging into my skull from the inside. Ah, it's like nails dragging down these metal walls.
I have conducted a visual survey of the locale. The bunker's metal cladding is fully intact and undamaged.
Sacred computation. Has been long in the making. 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rykad system. The rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. But what is the nature of their activity? And then the governor's attention must be drawn to when it ends. So, remember I told you, everything's linked. Like, even that original prologue attack on the ship. This is all linked. And I was actually rather shocked at where the story went. Because I thought in my head, at this point, I knew where it was going, and I didn't. And although there's some things that we're going to see, like when it's happening, you're not going to like any of the choices. You're going to be like, no, I wouldn't have done any of these. where's option D? You know, when they only give you A through C, right? But anyways, let's keep going. Alright, so they have what they think is a hidden base. And we got all these people, and you can try to talk to them, but they're all just generics. There are 2 people, though, to talk to. The governor is here, and so is the tech priest Quartz Crane. And there will be a third. Just let's go through the dialogue, and the third's going to arrive soon. Okay, and then we're going to say, show me your arsenal. This is another faction. So now they're explaining what the profit factor is. It's a measure of your status and wealth. It's determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, and treasury reserves. While traveling, you'll use it to buy and complete colonial projects. So it says its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals, and it's decreased by investments in colonial projects. Profit factor and reputation are required. So I sort of disagree. I mean, that's going to cost me 8 profit factor to get that reflective shield. But remember, I just said we didn't have a shield? Well, here you go. It would give you a strength plus tough bonus. You could do a shield bash. Gives you a 20% block chance. You get 1 deflection. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe I didn't need shields. It wouldn't hurt to have one. Do I want to spend 8 of my 13 on a shield, though? The answer is no. Multi-keys are always nice. Then you can see... Now, what I'm looking for is over here on the right. I'm putting my mouse on where the pop-up is. See how it says bolt? That means that's a bolt weapon. I'm looking for a plasma one. So those are 2 bolt weapons. Just trying to see if we could find some kind of plasma... Oh, right there. Right there. Plasma pistol. 9 to 13 damage. And it does area attack, as you can see, the plasma overcharge. So I would need a reputation of 2 and spend 12 of my points to get one. That's a force sword. It sounds very awesome that it's called a force sword. But I don't think I need it. This you put, so this will be an item you would hold in your hand in your item slot. So it basically makes using medikits free. I think medikits actually cost 2 AP, so it would make it cost 1 AP to use a medikit. And then this, I mean, it looks like it would be awesome, but it's only 5 to 12 damage. The laser gun that Argenta has is way better than this. I don't know what stalwart defense is. Yeah, that's something I'm not aware of yet. This could be good. But like I said, that's reputation 4. So let's see what we can get. We have a lot of stuff, as you know. Holy gifts, heretic trophies, so they're looking for almost the same thing. Ship components is 200, Mechanicus creations 200, armor kit 150, and then you can see things drop from there. And remember, when we're at our bridge, we can always trade with these people. Now that I've connected and we have this stuff going, we don't have to go nuts, but I do have a lot of holy gifts right now. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for 2 more I can even get to rank 3. Man, it's just, I keep sneezing. Okay, so you saw I have enough cargo. I could probably even push this to level 4. But right now I already have 3 levels unlocked. The one we were really looking at was this one, the plasma pistol. See, the thing is I would like a plasma rifle, not a plasma pistol. That's my only gripe. I think a pistol is going to be, but it has 30% armor penetration, and it'll allow us to, and we have a character who has all these skills invested in having a plasma weapon. My concern is if I don't buy this now, when am I going to find a plasma weapon? I don't know the answer to that question. Like, can I find it? Like, we still have a lot more fighting to do before this act is over. It is possible I'm going to find a plasma weapon, and to be honest with you, with my last playthrough, I did find a plasma weapon. I just don't remember where or how. That's going to take 12 of my 13 profit. Oof. And we do eventually run across the Navy, which is another faction. And when you run across them, you could buy components to upgrade your ship. And, like, you know, add torpedoes to your ship and stuff like that. So that's extremely important. And those cost like 20 to 30 profit to get, maybe 18 profit for some of the cheaper stuff. So if I spend 12 of my profit on this one pistol, which, to be quite honest, is just a plain Jane pistol, it's just that we haven't found one yet. Ugh. I'm gonna wait. We're not struggling in our battles, even though he has all these skills that he's not able to use. I'll wait. Alright, let's talk to the governor now. There we go, we just gained 2 more profit. Okay, a lot going on here. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do it. Here's our third guest. This governor is 100% bad news. We don't want to support him. This world does belong to Winterscale. I don't really want to question the Arvidas. I'm going to take dogmatic points this time. We leveled up again, as you can see, which is very, very cool.
I always keep my options
So
open.
he was telling us that all the data is in this thing. I'm going to go check it one more time. We already went here and hacked in. There it is. See, there's one more thing that just arrived after talking to the governor. So they're going to the electrodynamic cenobium. My first time through this, I didn't understand what this place was, so I'm paying more attention this time. Then everything else you can see we already looked at. So we're good to go here, and I'm actually
Keep
going
your
to.
wits about you.
If you come up here, there's two. We could go back to the city, or we could go straight to the void ship, and we need to let her ribs heal. So we're gonna go straight to the void ship. All right, so we're in the ship, and then if you click on the planet, there's multiple places to go now. We could go to the bunker, which is where the governor is. We could go back to the starport. You remember we went through all that stuff, and then there's this new spot now. So we have 3 places we could go. We don't want to do any of them at the moment. And see, this was an unidentified void ship. Remember I don't know, it was one of these things. Something we talked to told us that there was a void ship here. And so there's actually something here, even though we were there earlier and there was nothing. So I do want to come back to that. But before we do all that, we're going to make sure our ribs are healed, and we're going to level up. And yes, her ribs are healed, and everybody levels up, including the ones that aren't with us in the party. And then also, like I said, we could go to this guy. We can... This is allow us to respec, so I can have Argenta stop taking so much awareness bumps, because the other guy is. And so if I choose her, I see it's free. It doesn't cost, but the cost of future resets will be increased. So do I really want to change hers? Like, I'm more or less happy with what she took. I'll leave it be for now. So we verified that. Oh, and then we gotta do this. So the final level up is very anticlimactic, because it's your super special power. We get to do another bonus. So right now we have this bonus unlocked. Now we just get to do another one. This heals them. This will remove all negative effects. And all of their non-attacking abilities cost 1 less AP. I'm going to give them that one. So yeah, we got this dude. Same deal. So melee attacks deal an additional damage. Gets 4 movement points for each kill. I like that because it's going to allow him to bounce between enemies. So for hers, they're harder to dodge. And extra armor penetration. We're not doing area attacks. Rate of fire is increased. But remember, yeah, see, if the value is greater than 1, they can make a burst attack. I mean, 30% more of 1 is still 1. Yeah, we'll do that. I think the operative, this dismantling attack, is horrible because it's normally it's a melee attack. Alright, then hers, The 4 additional charges of Death from Above was huge. We really enjoy that. This will heal her to full. This one reduces enemy skills. Get +3 dodge until the end of combat after killing an enemy. That could be good. I'm going to take the healing one. And then she's got the same operative bonus nonsense, so we'll just take the other. These are both like debuffs. And then she's got 4 level ups because we've leveled up that many times since we've had her. So here she has a lot more options than just the officer ones. And some of these can be really good. So, for example, and some of them are very attacky, which we were building her to not be so much on the attack. That gives an ally charge. Can decrease the veil degradation. A massive damage one. I can tell you I'm leaning towards her stuff, even if they are attacky in nature. So like this one's a massive damage one. She needs Waking Nightmare or Held in My Gaze. Held in My Gaze looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one. And then we're back to all this. Give her some hit points. Oh, look at her. Her awareness could be really high. Yeah, see, I don't need all these people to have awareness. I just need one. That would put her to 70 awareness. Yeah, I probably need to respec some of these people. And if I give her perception, that's going to make her awareness go up even more. She doesn't shoot. She does have hit points. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, look at this. We get 2 upgrades. Or no. She probably needs high willpower. She is a navigator. Yeah, let's give her the willpower and then her finest hour. We went with something different on this one. This heals and this removes negative effects. Let's remove the negative effects. That's usually more important. Yeah, so her awareness is up to 75. So if I go to him, like we're taking perception to increase his awareness. We could have taken ballistic skill instead. We did at least take it once. There's 2 opportunities for him to take ballistic skill. I more than guarantee you that if one of these was ballistic skill, it would be maxed out. I wouldn't be able to take it again. So all I'm doing is maybe exchanging a perception for a ballistic if I respect him. But her, though... See, we went perception, we went awareness. We went awareness again. So there's a double awareness and a perception that we did. We don't need that. Alright, so we'll respec her. Let's do it. Let's do Argenta. So she's back to square one. We do need to go through everything again. This could be painful. Please forgive me. Here you can see. And I believe she took demolition. What's going on? There we go. Alright, so her revel in the slaughter was taken here. Here she has her, that's her ultimate ability. This is her first one. So bear with me because I gotta... We know we're taking laser expert, so is there an order I need to do things here? We took rapid reload. We have not needed to reload yet, but trust me, when we do, it's important. So anyways, we did that. Then we're going to go ahead and take ballistic skill. Then we're going to do... I think I took that one. It's really funny. I don't remember which ones I took. We don't do burst attack anymore. I know I took this one, so we'll take it. Then we're taking ballistic skill again. And then here, I'm taking dash this time. The controlled shot, because she's a sniper, is not as necessary. We're going to do dash first. So now they're recommending that agility be something she take. Agility is not that important for her, but neither is anything else. I mean, the willpower might be nice for her to have. Yeah, we'll give her some agility. And then we have this stuff again. So stronger together is important. So is that one. We're going to give her the expert skill. Then we come back to this. We'll give her the hit points. Now this is where it gets interesting. So her demolition doesn't need to be, because we have Cabela. And then the awareness thing, we just finished talking about that ad nauseum. So I am going to do the Imperium lore, because she is our Imperium lore person. Then here we get to upgrade this. Definitely taking that one. I know for sure we're grabbing this. And then here we're going to grab agility. We're not doing burst attacks. I don't care about cover efficiency. Next time they use run and gun, which we use all the time, they gain back all their spent AP and MP. This one's not a bad one. I see myself using this more than that. But see, here's the interesting thing. When I use this, I spend all my AP and MP. And then the next time I use run and gun, which would be the next turn. That's a really weird. This makes sure that all my allies will dodge the attack. Let's try this. Get some lore again. We already got both of those, so of these three, perception, you would think that a shooter needs perception. I'm going to give her some willpower. I don't mind giving her perception. I just don't know how it helps. It reduces enemy dodge. Okay, that's why you would want perception. So they can't dodge your shots. Okay, fair enough. I'll give her perception. And then here we are. We for sure need ballistic skill. And then I might have taken that one. I don't remember. Okay, like, these are nice to haves. This one I don't need at all. I don't do burst attacks anymore. This one is good as long as you are at full health. If I'm at full cover, this is helpful. Otherwise, it's worthless. I'm not doing area attacks. Healing an ally is cheaper. This gives me extra critical hit chance. I'm taking that one. Then I do get another one of these. We'll look at the full list here. That's right, I did. I came here and I took one of these. I think it was the Shield of Faith. Let me star that so I don't forget that next time. Now we're back to this again. I can still take this one. Not against the idea. This is where we took the awareness. So the whole respec was so I could avoid the awareness here. We could do some more agility. Even perception, right? The perception just reduces their dodge against my shots. mean, if I look at what's here, I mean, this is going to improve our lore, which I know she is the person who's doing this lore, so it would help us. This also helps us. I mean, she has both of these skills. I'm not saying that they're worthless. I'm just not sure I want to waste. This one I don't need because we chose to go laser weapons, so I'm going to uncheck that. But we're literally, only these two are left. But I'm looking at it from this perspective. This gets improved. If you improve intelligence by 5, the lore and the Medicaid both go up. So actually, yeah, let's go back to this. We're talking about giving ourselves a +7 to one or the other. But if I give her a +5 intelligence, it's going to make the lore Imperia go up by 5 and the Medicaid both go up by 5. They both go up by 5. So instead of one of them going up by 7, I'm having both of them go up by 5 by choosing this. So I'm going to do that. And then here we are. We can do it again. So we can have this go up by 10. Or we can have this go up by 10, which is competing with Kibula. Or the awareness, which was the whole reason we respect her, was so we didn't have to raise awareness. And here we are. It's like, well, what else are we going to choose? I'm going to choose the Medicaid. Because she does have the ability to heal. So let's give her that. And then, of course, we have this, which I gave her the movement points. So I don't know if that respect was worth it. I mean, we just changed a few things. But anyways, what's done is done. Alright, how are we doing on time? We got a little bit more time left. I do need to pause real quick, so let me do that, and I will be back. Okay, I am back. Okay, so I thought I unpaused, and I didn't. So what I did was I flew to here and investigated the void chip. And there were a lot of options. The void chip belonged to I already forgot the race of people. They belong to these Drukaris. So what I did was I searched it for valuables. There was a lot of options. Abelard recommended that we try to investigate why it was there. She recommended that we avoid it at all costs because it was nothing but death. And then she wanted us to obliterate everything there was because it's heresy. It's a heretical Xenos race. So what I did was I took valuables. I ignored all three of them. I just went for the valuables. So what I got was, I did get some cargo stuff, which you don't see, but I got these grenades. I got this dagger, which, right here, the key thing is you need to have Drukari weapon proficiency, which is one of the things we could have taken through our level ups, but we did not. So nobody can use this at the moment. And then there's this blast pistol, which the thing that's awesome about this one is, look at that, 60% armor penetration. It is a laser pistol, so technically she could use it, but she doesn't have Drukari weapon proficiency. And you would have to take that as part of your level ups. So for example, if we go like any of these, really. See how you have like chain weapon expert? If we go to D right there, Drukari weapon proficiency. So you must not have Adeptus Astartes or Adepta Sororitas and Lore Xenos or base skill Lore Xenos. You can't have any of those, and you need to be level 22. which we're only level 16 at the moment, so we can't even take this anyways. Now, the reason it's not good for her is because she has Adepta Sorority. Basically, you can't be dogmatic. It's a heretical race. So for her to somewhere in here, oh yeah, this is what I was looking for a long time ago. Shows the amount of damage she can do with various things. Very, very awesome. Okay, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. The Adepta Sororitas, or whatever, would be something you would see here. Right there. So, she's a sister of battle. This is part of her background. There's nothing we can do about it. Because she is this, she could never use those weapons. So if I wanted somebody to use those weapons, it can't be her. And getting back to the weapon itself, oh, that's right. We gotta go. We gotta do the long haul here. Where's the universal? So there's Aldari, which you could see they have a similar thing. This is not the weapons we found were Drukhari, not Aldari, but these are Xenos races. See, in the Adeptus Astartes, I'm assuming is men, and this is women. She's in the sorority of women, and then you can't have Xenos or Lord Xenos skills. I don't know if she does, but it's saying that she does. So that part I don't understand. Like this part here. So did she at some point in her upgrade take a Xenos? I don't think she did. But it doesn't matter. She's not eligible. But let's say like we wanted her to use the dagger. She's not the Adeptus Sororitas, right? So let's try to pick with her. And I know that's not the right one, so let's try to look at the Drukhari one. So here you could see must not have features, so she's not in the sorority, but she has this feature, Lord Xenos or Lord. I know what's going on. Basically, none of us could ever get this proficiency. We have to have a Xenos person in our party, like an actual Xenos individual. So every one of us, we all have Lord Xenos right here. See this? Just by the virtue of having this, we're not eligible for those to take that skill. That's what that means. Okay, it makes sense to me. I'm learning the game. You're almost at a point where I have not experienced the game anymore, so you're learning along with me here from this point forward. I mean, I did do... So anyways, the part you missed was I flew across, discovered the ship, and now I'm flying back to here before I realized that the recording never unpaused. So let's take care of it. Then we're going to land in this new area. We're going to take the usual suspects. See the yellow here? I think that means he's needed, he's critical for the mission. And that's fine. We'll take him. We're going to have to lose somebody else, because we're going to pick up another guy here. And I've been prepping our party to lose her. So we might end up doing that here. This somebody else is not very good. Like I like the idea of his character, but I didn't like what he does. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about the interruptions. Both of my boys are home, which is a big blessing. Neither of them live here anymore, and it's always nice to have them visit. And anyways, they're here. You might hear them in the background from time to time, but we will finish up this video.
That wasn't so difficult.
Okay, so we got some wardens covering our landing area.
Never doubt me.
Then we just gotta, grab the stuff we can.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Knocks over the crate so we can get the goods. Another med kit is always welcome.
I always have a backup plan.
Obviously, we can go back to our ship.
I better myself through my service.
And now let's go up the stairs and see what's coming. What are we doing here? Let's just explore the dead ends.
Rise to the top.
Because
or
remember,
get left
you could
in the
always
dust.
discover some purple thing, right? So we always have to just make sure the awareness doesn't kick off something. Use our tech guy to get it open. Alright, so this is like their version of a monastery that we're going into. When I say their version, I mean, because of the crazy lore. They like worship electricity or something crazy like that. It's a little bizarre, but they all are.
Glory be to the current of the motive force. May its dulcet light shine in our nospheric coronas. May its vitality nourish our augments. May its purity wash over our imperatives and engrams.
As far as I am aware, the monastery supplies power to several major hive cities on Rykad. Hidden somewhere in the depths of this building is a reactor of monstrous, unfathomable power.
That is true. And it is basically a big circle, with the majority of the action right here. I went left around the circle, and I'm sort of happy with that last time. I don't know if it's the appropriate way. There's a lot of weird traps and stuff going on. First thing I'm going to do,
Always
though,
keep
is
your
go
eye on the
right,
prize.
and we're going to go into this room.
This ocular implant was a
Okay, that'll be fine.
worthwhile investment.
A mummified Electro Priest. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let it be so indeed. Okay, so we have a blessing of special access. It's a promise of protection from the fury of the motive force. So it is true, because there are electric shocks everywhere.
Let us not dawdle.
We should deal with this.
Oh, we got another one. Alright, so not much else we can do here. Okay, like I said, we could keep going this way, which would be fine, but we're gonna go left. And just open each door as we go.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last Electrocution you killed, where did you find it?
Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the corpse emperor!
And another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
So he's the Holy Inquisition guy we've been looking for.
I dare say it is, Lord Captain. Now, if it were possible for the gentleman to properly introduce himself and...
Seneschal? Lord Captain? Do I have the pleasure of speaking to a rogue trader? Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrichs van Kellox of the Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. I must confess, I'm perplexed to meet someone of your standing in a place like this. Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous. I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task. Starting with her. You have provided exactly the kind of specialist that this situation requires.
I am the Domin's shadow. If he says the word, I will protect you. If he says the word, I will take you to the Undying One.
Requisitioning? Young man, your choice of words is unseemly to the point of insult. You are addressing a rogue trader.
I don't imagine you'll be any happier if I say taking into inquisitorial custody. I came to Reich ad Minoris on a mission, which a rebellion prevented me from fulfilling. The governor is convinced that malcontents from among the rabble were the instigators, but I immediately suspected a more sinister presence at the root of the mutiny. My visit to the monastery and a few unhurried conversations with some of the rebels confirmed my suspicions. Someone by the name of Aurora is leading the rebellion. Data indicates that the head of the cultists is here right now, in the sanctum of the ancient reactor. Given the prophecy of the final dawn, and the special efforts made by the enemies of humanity to seize the monastery, their goal is to gain access to the holy power source's control circuit and trigger a process that, once started, cannot be stopped. In other words, to detonate the reactor, thus being themselves the cause of their much-touted final dawn.
Blasphemous insanity.
He's not lying.
I convinced him to cooperate. I can influence living bodies, and I find that the interrogated are much more eager to share information once the blood starts to boil in their veins. I arrived here with an escort squad, only to lose it in our very first open skirmish. The monastery is swarming with heretics. The soldiers I requisitioned from the governor fell in battle, bled to death, or deserted. I had to make do with catching and forcefully interrogating individual rebels. It is from them that I learned what I relayed to you just now. Thank you. Regrettably, the governor's people showed themselves to be unprepared for the perils of this place. And extracting blade shards from a person's stomach is beyond my powers. I hope that a rogue trader's retinue will prove more capable than a group of soldiers fresh off the base. I am positive that not all of the electro-priests within these walls have perished. The heretics spoke of shadows emerging from side alleys to make short work of the cultists invading their abode. I surmise that the entrance to their hiding place is somewhere in the hall, near a machine known as the Circular Cogitator. I imagine it's one of the local sacred relics which the electro-priests treat with special piety.
Okay, so we need him to be a part of our thing, and they took out Adira, and that's actually who I would take out. I really like him character-wise, but I didn't find him to be very powerful as a damage dealer or helpful to the party. So I wasn't very impressed, but let's see if we could try again. As you can see, we're going to get him at level 4, so we're going to be doing a lot of leveling up with him. But before I continue, go ahead and collect items. Finish exploring the room. Oh. Sorry, my dog is climbing up to sit next to me, which she is always welcome to do.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
There we go. So this is another one of those staffs for a psyker. Leather armor. We'll go ahead and collect everything, and then we'll figure it all out from here.
I always keep my options open.
So medium armor. He uses medium armor, so we already have an upgrade for him. So we will do that. And then as far as light armor goes, I don't think... Yeah, we might have to hold on to these until we can get... So like maybe the Navigator could use this, or even Indra, or however you pronounce her name. As far as the flak vest though, that definitely is heading to the cargo. Okay, so here we go. Let's just do a quick look. His name's Heinrichs. I don't know exactly what type of class he is. We'll find that out soon enough. His Xenos lore is through the roof. So he is a good replacement for Adira, who was also specializing in that. Looking at his skills, none of them are jumping out. His willpower is high. His intelligence isn't very high. He has a force sword and an auto pistol and a biomancer staff. So he is... Oh, good. He's a psyker. And he has the biomancy, which means he's going to have healing and things of that nature. Alright, so let's go Like, we could give him the charge staff here with the lightning arc. I'm not sure I'm that much of a fan. But let's see, does he have... Like, he can't use the Medicae. But I bet he could use some grenades. Let's give him a blinding grenade, a frag grenade. He doesn't need logic. Some of these items are not that great. I don't need the prison guard key anymore. We'll add that to the cargo. These I'm holding on to, but I don't know if I need them. This was supposed to... We were supposed to use it to subdue the navigator. I'm going to add that to the cargo. This is turning into junk. A lot of this stuff is junk. I almost don't care about this anymore, so let's add to cargo. Okay, right here, this is our mission. Heinrich van Kallax operates there at the present time. Whenever the wearer deals warp damage, they also suffer burning. I'm going to give that to him, because maybe he will be able to give warp damage. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, that's good enough for now. So yeah, which weapons should he use? To be honest, I was using these weapons, and maybe I wasn't being very smart, but this seems to be the ideal one for him to use. Let's switch to his character. Not surprised to see he's dogmatic. Let's study, what is he doing? He is a warrior, so he's the same class as Abelard. Yeah, that's right. That's why he was a confusing character to manage. So he has the Endure, Word of the Emperor, gives everybody Resolve. He can give somebody Strength and Toughness till end of combat. It's not a bad ability at all. And I think this is a Biomancy ability, in fact. So he's definitely going to be a Psyker. Yep, there's the Biomancy. He has Advanced Lore. He has Melta Weapon Proficiency. I don't think we've found a Melta gun, but he does. He has Defensive Maneuvers. So he'll gain dodge anytime he gets hit. And he's Sanctioned, which makes him different than Adira. And he took Strength as his bonus. Okay, and then he has, that's a ship ability, which we haven't even messed with that. Alright, I am feeling good. So we got a lot of level ups to do. And this reputation is not just his, it's all of ours. So you can see we found the Explorators and the Fellowship. Those are the two we found so far. We haven't found these three. The Navy we will find in Act 2. I have never found these two. And then this is giving us an overview of how we're getting profit. Alright, no more fooling around. Let's jump in. So he is a soldier, so he gets the charge. He took Coercion, which is fine. That's basically his ability to avoid, manipulate people. I mean, we have our own ability to do that, so Endure is just a skill they have to take, and then of course that's his primary. And then here he took Defensive Maneuvers, which I don't know if I would have taken, but that's fine. It's a fine one. And now we move to this. So this is where it's going to get really interesting, because he has all the warrior skills, and then he's going to have all the Psyker skills. And I think I focused on Warrior last time, and maybe that was my mistake. So, not a fan. Let's go through. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. That one might be okay. It's not top of my list, but it might be okay. Ooh, that's a really good one. Don't need it. He has Biomancy. It's okay, but it's not great. So he needs to have Sworn Enemy. So if you're next to enemies, anybody that's trying to shoot him gets a penalty. It's interesting. That improves his charge. Maybe. Okay, so these are unique items for him. This bonus increases by 5% at the start of every round, except for the first. That could be really good. Enemies adjacent to him suffer 10% more damage. He's got some good ones. Maybe I do like this guy. What's the psi rating? So it makes his powers... See now, I selected a bunch of skills to make him a better warrior, but now I'm shifting gears mentally, and what if we go the Psyker route, right? So we're less interested in making him a good warrior, we're more interested in making him a strong Psyker. Like, this will make him do more damage as a Psyker. And I think, also mentally, the fact that he's a Psyker and a warrior, it's almost like this is like the D&D equivalent of a paladin. Like, he has the ability to cast spells and the ability to be a warrior. I know it's not quite the same, because this is a completely different game with different lore, but it's the closest. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about critical. And these are just because he's Imperium, so we want the stronger together. Imperial World characters lore. Xenos is always 0. We don't want that. I mean, he's got all these bonuses to Xenos lore. Right, so now we're getting into his psych abilities. So this one makes him good with force weapons. Oh, I'm going to tag it. I don't know if I want it, but I'm tagging it for now. Yeah, I'm not so sure I want to take 25% damage just to avoid degrading the veil. Maybe I don't understand the perils of degrading the veil that well, but that just seems like a really large amount of hit point loss to gain something I don't know if I appreciate. Okay, I have to pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I went and had dinner, so it's been a hot minute. I know we were in the middle of putting stars on things, and I was shifting my mind from okay, this is what I would take if I want him to be a good warrior. Now I'm starting to think this is what I would take if I'm going to be a psych. So let's keep going. That's right. This was the one I wasn't sure like why this is so valuable that it's worth losing a quarter of your hit points for. Like maybe this is good like when you start to get into Terminus and Extremis, like you can see the character level is like 39. Like maybe I'll tag it because maybe it's something we need later. But right now, no. Like plus 3 damage just seems so weak. Now, if that number were to change... Oh. It's based on the ballistic skill. Maybe that's why. Okay, so that number will change. Alright, I'm going to tag it then. And this one I actually want to take. See, so when we had Indira, or whatever her name was... We had to wait till level 9 before we could take this. See, look, he can take it now at level 4 because he's sanctioned and she was not. That's it's a very big deal. So it unlocks new powers, and it also strengthens. We're going to just straight up take that one. Then we're going to tag these ones. This one might be good. So it poisons enemies. So this is something I just learned. At 6, it tells you how it's calculated. So it's the psi rating. 3 plus 3 times the psi rating. So this number is going to go up the moment I take this one. So we'll tag it. Maybe. 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 Now we're getting into this stuff. So he already has that. Just because some of his skills are based off of it. Now this is the kind of stuff I would take if I'm a warrior. So you have this melt-a weapon thing. Alright, I think we have plenty of stuff for him to grab. These are all the biomancy ones, and you can see I tagged a whole bunch of them. So we took the Minoris. So it's interesting, they're asking us to take these. I honestly don't know what to give him. Yeah, we'll do that. He already has this one. He's got a lot of choices. So this is for his class as a warrior. This is for his background. Oh, he has Sanctic Powers and Biomancy. He has both. Ugh. So this is really good against demons, Drukhari, any Xenos, or Chaos. All allies affected by Word of the Emperor are healed. Where does Word of the Emperor come in? This one, all allies affected by Word. Does he already have Word of the Emperor? Oh, right there. He does have it. Okay, so that builds on this. Alright, let's get back. Did it reset? I think it did. So that's where this gets really interesting. So this requires Majoris, which we don't have. And it also requires Purge Soul or the Shield. So that Word of the Emperor, like these things are all building on making Word of the Emperor even more and more powerful. I mean, both of these are good. They both require Majoris, and I have to take one of these two. The Sword of Sheer Will. The damage is the same as that of Purge Soul. It gives you all the bonuses of a force weapon. That actually sounds really good. Oh, you need to have Terminus. That's really high. And I need Hammer of the Emperor or Light of the Emperor, which are these two. That's a good one to go for. It also is an indicator that we want to keep the Force Sword as his focus. So the whole staff thing is probably not the way to go. Now the Biomancy, so, you know, everybody always has two to start with, right? So these are his two. I do really like this one, and I can never get a character that has that. Obviously we can take it, but that's using a skill point. Now this is, I think, the Biomancy ones. Yeah, right here, Biomancy. Till the end of combat. Anybody in an area that I select gets a 5% increase to incoming damage. This heals somebody and will remove all those effects if the healing brought them back to full health. And then this requires Terminus. That sounds horrible. You give somebody an extra turn and then every time they do something they take 5% damage. And they do get double movement and action points. I don't know. It just seems like this requires Majoris. Okay, that's an awesome one. I really do like... I like his skills way more than Indira's. This one might be decent, and if we take Regeneration, that'll... Movement point by 4, agility by 7, and action point by 1. And that's for a specific person. That requires Majoris. Alright, so here's the deal. We need, So I'm just gonna... So which of these two am I gonna take? I only need one of them. I think the healing one. Yeah, I like the healing one more. I'm not even gonna select that one. And then coming back up here, I actually really like both of these. And this one. So this one enhances Word of the Emperor. And this, you know what, I'm going to tag both of them because I think the Purge Soul actually has some decent abilities as well. Although, this gives the Purge Soul without us having to take Purge Soul. And here you can see it's the Psi rating and Resolve that's impacting those. I I know I just said this before, but I never realized that these blue numbers were variable. How fantastic is that? Because we took skills with these other characters that, I'm like, +3 sucks. But it's only +3 now. As they level up and whatnot, it could become more and more. Okay, now the question is, which one do I take? The healing one's not bad. Let's take Shield of the Emperor, though. And then what of these do I want? I could take this. I mean, Pascal's already at 70. We lost our warp one because Indira was the warp one. We can give that to him. I mean, my reasoning here is I don't know if any of these are super necessary, so yeah, I'll give him the warp lore. Well, no. Here's my debate. I really like the Navigator as well. She was the warp lore expert. I want more than 6 characters in my party. I don't know. There's a part of me that may be like, hey, do we really need the Blade Dancer? But she kills so many people. Then it's starting to make me say, well, maybe I don't need her. Actually, to be honest, I don't need him. If I really thought about it. We'll do Carouse first. Okay. We've been taking this. Toughness doesn't hurt. We'll take willpower one more time. I won't be able to take it again. And here you can see there's like a litany of things to choose from. This will give strength to everybody. These, of course, I don't want this. If anything, I need abilities with force weapons. Is there like a force weapon? I don't think there is. It's all alphabetical order here. There's no like force weapon mastery. Yeah, we're taking that. I don't know if I need this as much, or this, because I don't know if he needs to charge anymore. He's got the psych skills. He can sort of attack from further away, I think. And there's so many nice things here I want to try. the next one requires level 14. We're gonna do this one. That just benefits the whole party. I still really like this one. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. So we're maxed out there. So we're gonna take one or the other, right? We'll do weapon skill. And here we go. We get to grab another one now. So this is the biomancy side. Yeah, so we'll just take one of each. Now we're back to this again. That just seems really good. Heroic acts don't happen that frequently. The first round, all psychic powers of biomancy cost -1. The word of the Emperor, though, is not biomancy, it's the other... Which ones did he take? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Poisoning is good. We're almost near the end. I have so many more things I want to take. I hate to say this, but I need this. Alright, so 2 of them are fully taken. We gotta take this one, Majora's. So, just to be clear, that now that I took Majora's, if I come back to this, See, that's based on ballistic skill. That just got better. So now the poison deals 9 damage instead of 6. Alright, that took a long time. My apologies, but... And then here you can see the psi rating is 2. Alright, that's good to know. All of that just from entering one room.
Is there money to be made? Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Okay, so see this? This is instant wounds and damage. And if you'll notice, we're all protected, but he's not, because he wasn't in the party at the time. Alright, we just got ambushed.
Activate calculate fury algorithm.
Right, I was not expecting that.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request denied.
It's not letting me go after that thing.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
And now he's out of turns.
Weapon at the ready.
Is part of the trial.
Holy cow. That's all I have to say. I mean, geez Louise. I'm gonna just end my turn.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Death to non-believers.
And everybody's hitting him.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
One's down.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay, this will move to here. So that's why I'm not... I thought I could at least run into these spaces, but I can't even do that. So I'm gonna... just do nothing.
Break them all.
Hydraulics are failing.
On it.
Alright, we at least healed his injury.
I'll make it happen.
Kill him for 9.
I'll see to it personally.
Should be able to heal him again. There we go, he gets another 9.
Everyone, step aside.
I feel like I hardly do any damage with my crappy gun.
For the throne's glory.
Until end of combat, yeah.
But of course, Lord Captain.
See how it moved.
My vow is to serve. Integrity factor increased.
Good, he was able to heal himself.
Request approved. Significant value.
I shall not fail. As honor ordains. The shadows will let your soul.
High momentum.
As honor ordains. I cannot serve you in this way.
I can't get there.
Trust me. Death is a blessing.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Follow my lead.
I am ready for whatever comes.
As the Emperor...
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
I need a foothold.
Let's see to it.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of degradation. Can't shoot that far.
Running binaric override.
battlefields in righteousness.
I'm a member.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I refuse. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
So here's the issue we're running into.
My place is at the fore.
He's hiding behind here and I can't see him, so I can't shoot him.
At your beck and call.
On it.
Guided by faith.
There we go. Oh, come on.
Back. I always have a backup plan.
Jeez Louise. That angers me so much.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. I'll see to it personally.
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
So that's what I was talking about. Like, we
Compared to
allegedly.
naval service, that was barely a challenge.
There's a plasma pistol right there. I was gonna spend all my profits just for one of those.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Unexpected result.
Keep your wits about you. Hidden fleets.
So frustrating.
Operation successful.
Let us not dawdle.
In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get back to my ship to heal all these crazy wounds. Then we'll come back in. See, the yellow, they're needed for the quests.
I always keep my options open.
Now I just need to be smarter about how I move through. But yes, that whole side is very annoying. this time around I don't have the blessing anymore. So if I make the same mistake I made before, I'm going to save it this time. So as soon as this stops, we go.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Keep going. Keep going. Get all the way through. All the way. Alright.
I do what I must.
The machine god grants me insight.
Okay, if you're looking at the map, remember I told you this was a circle? Although it looks like I didn't... Like I went in, but I didn't keep going.
Error. Making adjustments. My success is an irrefutable
Oh my gosh, they moved all of us through. It looks like we did go here. Oh man, oh that was for nothing.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Next one's coming here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Alright, so we just played with fire, and we made it. Gonna save it again. One second. Sorry, I had to briefly pause there. Okay, so he wants to do this plan. And for me, I just want to kill the guys. Yeah, we're just gonna kill him. Get some dogmatic points. And just a spoiler alert, that whoever that tech priest is, it's not the Arnanat that he thinks it is. So, obviously you wouldn't know that yet.
Is there money to be made? I'll make an example out of you.
Your Emperor won't save you.
Alright. Always good for the gunners. Don't know if there's a particular one that's more threatening than another. Actually, the ones up on the platform are.
As the Emperor communicated, faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the...
Death to the weak! Brace yourself, my lord! I serve the ruinous powers!
Pain cleanses the body.
A lot of gunners.
I am your blade and shield. Thy blade be drenched in blood, and thy blessing flow through
There's
my
3 less.
veins. Killing brings me no pleasure. As the tenets demand, death is a blessing.
I can't reach anybody else. So I think I'll just end it there.
Chaos guides me!
I bring ruin.
She's getting pretty good.
Victory is imminent. Indeed. One fewer target. Forth on Valencius! I will do my duty.
Oh, come on.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck and call.
I really screwed that up.
Death to non-believers!
There is only death, yours or mine.
Right, so we get this new plasma weapon now. finally get to do our ability here. I mean,
The old Messiah knows.
I definitely approve.
Running binary override.
Naturally. Let's see to it.
We can heal her. I can just give a bunch of strength. Can I reach her? No, she's too far away.
I won't object to it. Get me a target.
I missed.
Just as I planned.
That was awesome. Oh, that was fantastic. Let's beef her up first.
I'll make it happen.
Give her an extra
I'll
action.
see to it personally.
I can't hit any of them.
I'll do it. Strike is a prayer. In
I'll do
thy
this,
light
'cause this
I
gives her a
stand,
bonus for the rest
and
of the-
thy light I crave. As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. Strike is a prayer.
And I'm gonna have to move her forward because
The enemies of the Emperor
none of
will
those
be
guys were in
undone.
her view. I think that's a good spot. And then we can beef her up.
Crush the feeble!
Doubt is for the eradicated. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without...
I will leave footprints of scarlet. It brings me no pleasure. The shadows will see.
Surrender to the dark power!
To the unshine.
Wonder why he's fatigued.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. I always have a backup plan.
So we have a heavy armor. He's a medium. He's a heavy. I think this one's better. They look identical. Oh, armor deflection is 2 instead of 1. Alright, let's go see how this guy's doing. So again, it's like this whole warp influence. He has like heretical marks on him, and it's more lore stuff. I mean, at a surface level, I understand it. It's just so like, what can I do to save him? Like, I feel like I need to be dogmatic again. So he's going to be our new Engineer, which is cool. We definitely needed one.
The machine god grants me insight.
Okay, so we did that. As you can see, I have more points of this than anything else. I have 3 points there, 9 points there, 29 points here. So If anything, you could say I'm squandering opportunity because I'm getting too many distributed points instead of focusing. But there's just certain parts of the game where it doesn't make sense to do this, or it doesn't make sense to do that, and it rarely, if ever, makes sense to do that. At least with my playstyle. Okay, so we got that. I think that was part of the quest had we tried to sneak in.
You move with the utmost confidence in unfamiliar places. And yet, until now, you have spent your entire life on a void ship.
This place is almost like the plasma drive chambers on the flagship. The deadly flashes of the machine's spark, the smell of scorched flesh, and threads that must be severed.
Yeah, I think that's all part of the... If we wanted to sabotage the area, which of course we chose the old-fashioned way. Alright. So, as you can see, we're almost fully complete with our circle. So I'm going to end it here, and we'll finish up this act in the next video, I believe. It's going to be close, but I think we can do it. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.